Well, this has been a powerful night. So proud of my niece and just her commitment to kicking fear in the face and not waiting for a long time to get those things in order. It just shows you don't despise the young. I mean, that's what we realized, Doug and I, is he said we had to take personal responsibility in our own life. Like, it was going to happen, it was going to be up to us. And we realized with our kids is there was a lot of transition culturally going on. And we have watched Amaya. We kind of saw the woman and the greatness within her. And we were seeing over the season of her being in a private school kind of like begin to become like everyone else around her. So I'd love for you just to kind of share what it's like, being your authentic self and not waiting down the road, but being it in the now.
Okay. So hi, I am Amaya, and I am Doug and Thea Wood's daughter, and I actually own a blog, and I'm just going to speak on like using your voice and kind of like speaking up for yourself, even when others don't really want you to. And so during, I went to a private school. That was my past school in 4th through the 7th grade. And during that time, I started losing myself more, like Madeline spoke on, kind of like being a chameleon. Like, you don't know where and what, like work friends, and then you got your, at the mall friends, and then you got your school friends, and you got your family, then you got your church, and then I had so many, I didn't even know who I was. I was just that, like, I got to be this people pleaser. And so I started losing my voice and not really speaking up for what I wanted to do and like my opinions in the group, or what could we do. There was this, what was it called? It's kind of like a presidency in middle school. Yet I was like the journalist, yet I wasn't really doing much of the writing because there was another journalist too. And I realized I wasn't speaking up for myself in that. And even though I got accepted for doing all this writing, the other one I thought was better, even though we were just the same, because we both got accepted. So I stopped speaking up for myself. And finally, one day I wanted to speak up for myself, but I didn't know how, because I wasn't speaking to anyone about this and why I wasn't speaking up for myself and why I wasn't pursuing the things I wanted to do, because I wasn't telling my parents about these situations, and I wasn't telling even my friends. And so one day I decided I want to kind of like, I don't know how to change out of the school, but I want to do something else.
Yeah.
And that's when online school came to mind, and we started exploring, and we found they found Valor Global Online.
Yeah, we started Valor Global Online.
Yes, and so I actually got, like, through the process of this, I gained my voice back, and now it's like you realize when it's been gone for so long, and when you haven't been writing for so long, or you haven't been like speaking up, or really you haven't been using anything you were given from God, then you don't know where to start. And so then I started creating my blog, and I could realize, wow, I was tech savvy. She
created a blog, a lifestyle blog at 14. I just want you to get the reality here of what happens when a generation of like parents like us choose to like live life unapologetic, shift and be dreamers. I want you just to see and realize this next generation doesn't have, like, at 14 years old, she's overcoming obstacles that I didn't overcome until I was 30.
And so what's been cool is then I realized, okay, if I can build a website, then I can edit YouTube videos for my friends. Oh, then I can like build organically Instagram following, then I could be a big influencer. And you realize how much you could do when you knew you could do it in 2nd grade and 3rd grade, but you didn't know what it would come out of it. Like I knew I could play on a phone and win a game, but I didn't know that would turn into like creating a entire vlog for my friends. Or an entire website, 100 people or 200 people are coming to a day. You don't realize you could do those things when you're winning a game at 3rd grade. And so when that all comes back to you, you're like, wait, I do have a voice and I can use this.
And she's using her voice in a powerful way. Yes. So I am so proud of the ability of the power we have with our tongue and how we speak over this generation. And, you know, what it took for us is having that open door of saying, what do we need to do differently? Because we were kind of at a crossroads in our life with how our kids were being educated. And we said, there's got to be a different way. And so we did. We co-founded an online school. Amaya was one of the pioneer students.
Yes.
And first year done.
First year done, and the first high schooler in the entire school. So
come on now. Yeah. So proud of you, Amaya. And I just wanted you to see the power of the ripple effect of us going after our dreams, realizing at 14, she's chasing them down and not waiting for a long time down the road. So
the ending thing is just speak life over this next generation, because once I started doing all these things and people weren't really like giving me hope or giving me life, they were the ones being like, you got this. It's okay. You don't have your friends don't got to be doing that. Don't got to be encouraging you, because we're gonna do this together, and they'll come. And so just speak life over us. It's this generation. A lot of me. I also say, like, sometimes, like, this kid, oh, it's crazy. Like, he's crazy. Even though really it's like, oh, they're very energetic and nice, and they're energetic. They're not crazy. They're energetic. So start speaking life over, like, this teens and kids. So yeah,
it's good. Yeah. It's good. Yes, baby.
It's
we're midway point, aren't we?
I think we're a little over midway.
Okay.
I kind of jacked up the show flow. So
that's okay.
Megan's gonna come up here in a minute, but I was thinking when Amaya talked, I used to get on to her about her being on her phone. I tried to protect her from social media. And literally, it was a couple of years ago. It was before Valor. We started the school. Which, first of all, if you want more information about Valor, go to Valor
Global Online.
ValorGlobalOnline.org. Okay,
Yep.
You can set up and explore with one of our advocates and see if it's the right fit for your students. But we're taking education to the kids versus asking the kids to get on the education system of the school.
That's
right. You know what I'm saying? We're just redoing things. But I was thinking that we stopped getting on Amaya about being on her phone, and instead we taught her how to use it correctly.
Yeah, and the power.
See what I'm saying?
She
like,
had.
I don't let my kids on social media. Like, you're trying to protect them from something. Okay, what did you do when your parents in high school told you don't drink alcohol? Okay, why y'all sneaking out getting it? Okay, they're gonna be on. You might as well accept Zuckerberg is here to stay.
He's not going nowhere.
He ain't going nowhere. So might as well teach your kids how to use it effectively at a young age versus trying to control what they're going to do. And even if you're teaching them how to do it and they're like, but Doug, my kids maybe aren't like your kids right now. You should have saw Maya a couple of years ago. You should have saw Madeline a year ago, what she was going through. And again, what we did is we changed their environment. We got them around. What I did was I'm like, Maya, listen to Lori Harder and the way her podcast.
Listen to
Maya,
Rachel Hollis.
Here's the book that I want you to read. Yes, I pay my kids $10 a book.
Who moved my cheese?
To read a book.
Yes.
I pay them to read the books that I want them to read. You want to make money? Read the books I suggest. Okay? You begin to feed them. They will have a desire for more to do it on their own. I told them who to follow on Instagram. Here's why I wouldn't follow that person. They got some good things to say, but they're kind of in-your-face type of people. That's really not the heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're just shaping them and helping guide them through this process. And there's just so many things that we can do as parents. Huh, baby?
Yeah, and they can be a light in this world. And it's like they're going to follow what you're doing and how you're speaking into their life. Now my daughter's like living their life out loud on their Instagram, and my hairdresser and, my other mom friends are like, oh my goodness, your daughter encouraged me this week, because they do what we do. And so I just encourage you to not hold back, but speak life and help empower this next generation of how they can be the world changers and the pioneers in this world. So.